Dude, that's crazy. That is crazy. I mean, like, I don't think the coach gets to go home with them. I think the coach just needs to be like, I'll get my own ride home. I know what's happening. He's done. I mean, 100%. It's daily. Oh, yeah. That person I always give a hard time to between about college and the pros. He had posted earlier. Oh, the NFL playoff like reshared a tweet. He said the NFL player commit or the NFL playoff committee messed up these matchups like as a joke, like because everyone makes fun of the college. I'm like, I don't know, man. It's looking pretty good. But I will say this: you see how they're starting, and they've started. I haven't seen it much all year until just the last few weeks, but I haven't been looking for it either. Um, the referee, if they call a timeout, they run out in between the kicks so they can't get a practice kick in. I want to know when is the first time that a kicker's like, F it, I'm still going to boot this ball and just kicks it right into the official and gets like, you know, because if I was already in motion, didn't know, like I didn't hear I'm in the game. So like they just say, if the coach like just snap through it, get your kick in. I'm waiting for like a officials to take one right to the freaking jaw, dude. It's gonna happen. They run right in between there. It's a risky little game. I know, Don. I'm telling you, they. I'm fine with that rule. What they need to say is that if the whistle blows, and this is where it gets iffy, like we didn't hear it, and you kick, it's a delay of game penalty, right? So, again, I mean, I don't know. It's weird. They should just let him kick it. If a guy wants to ice a kicker, that's fine. That's your risk you take by waiting so long. Or put it on say we have to have time before that ball snapped to call the timeout. You know, it's just I don't know. Um, I think the rules committee just needs to look at. I don't have a great solution right now, but they certainly can't keep putting these refs in the position to. You have to get in between the ball because here's what it's going to come down to. If it's the end of the game, let's say it's overtime, right? And a team's gonna like kick when they get a warm up kick on a timeout and kick and they make it, and then on the way back on overtime, someone's gonna kick, and they don't get their warm up. It's like, wait a minute, they got a warm up kick and we did. You know, I just always look at those potential problems. But how about the Jags? I gotta say, now it's kind of like one of those situations where I'm like, oh man, I kind of like to see a Ravens upset now. I don't mean that. I want to play the Bengals regardless. And I listen. I take back what I said. And we still have to beat the Dolphins. I'm not looking past it. Listen, right there is an example. I mean, the Jags are the higher seed because they won the division. And I'm just kidding, Don. I don't mean that, James. I don't mean that. Guys, I'm messing with you. I'm looking for there is no easy path. There is no easy path for the Bills. It's just we are going to have two Miami. Well, we were blessed that I have to play like a super tough matchup there. Still got to win. But, dude, I saw so many people typing stuff, and I'm like, I get that you want to, like, give up on a game. But can we just remember, it is playoff. I had a friend at this game, too. It is playoff football. Anything can happen any given Sunday. Christian Watson and Torrey, Treylon Burks, and there we go. Desmond Ritter Disco. That's a nice one. He just said it. Wonder if he's allowed to say that. You couldn't write a crazier script. I read it earlier in the week. I really liked it. You know, Goodell gave it to us, said this is what was going to go down. I'm just kidding. I just love people that say it's all rigged. You mean tomorrow night? It's not tonight, right? We're done with games tonight. It's not midnight yet. Hollywood, Anderson, Kittle, Henry, Burrow, Sanders, Brady. There's a Quay Walker, Alec Pierce, and Deontay Johnson disco. Or not just Mosaic. Dude, I'm nervous. So you guys know I'm not going to be able to be at my parents watching the Bills game. My son has a wrestling meet. But I think for this game, that's for the best. Because, like, part of me doesn't even want to watch it. Because, like, nothing good can come out of it. You know, like, we won. That's a good thing. But, like, okay, cool. You won a matchup that you were supposed to win. There we go. NFL debut, Kenny Pickett. Nussy, are you in here, Nuss? Yeah, Staley, I mean, so we went from everyone being like, haha, you guys that invested in T-Law, to haha, you guys that invested in Herbert. People flip-flop in this hobby so much. And I think they're both great quarterbacks. They really are. They're going to be in the league for a while. I said it the other day. We talked about the youth in this league. I mean, you look at the age of those two quarterbacks playing. They both look fairly good tonight. Malik Willis, Jeremy Ruckert, Sam Howell Blue Chips. And there is a... Kenneth Walker Blue. That's gross. I apologize. Kenneth Walker Blue Disco out of 75. Dude, how about Bosa? Joey Bosa, like, threw his helmet down. Someone handed him another one, or handed it back to him. He's like, fuck this helmet. I said I didn't want it. He thought he got kicked out, because that was his second personal conduct. That Walker Blue, those colored discos are awesome. Yeah, the NFL is such a fun thing. All right, here we go. Staba, Najee Harris. We got a Matt Corral debut. Chris Olave, Kyler Gordon, Romeo Doubs, and Dalvin Cook disco. I like how they're showing that one play that there was a possibly maybe a false start, but they don't go back and they don't show the they don't show the pass interference in the end zone prior to that. Like, they're showing that right now. Like, I mean, personally, I wanted the Chargers to win just because I felt like they'd be a better matchup. But man, that Jags defense, the Jags defense is looking good. Tristan Ebner and Chris Godwin pink, 2 out of 20. I know, that Superman T-Law. I know, imagine Urban Meyer. How many games did they win with Urban Meyer? Was it like 2 games? They got the first pick. I mean, it worked out. Look who they got with that pick. I think it was actually the right pick for him. Although, I don't know. Hutch on that team. Jahan Dotson, Trent McDuffie, and Bo Melton disco rookie for the Seahawks. Seahawks have a bright future, I think. I mean, I really do. I know that there's a lot of questions for quarterback for them. Do they want to run Geno? But that young defense, man, looking good. But again, 2 games today that I think are important for, like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the Bills, professional athletes go out and perform at their best level, peak level all the time. But there's something to be said about these 2 games today. We saw a moment where even though that Niners-Seahawks game ended the way a lot of people thought that it would, it didn't begin that way. The first half, the Seahawks had the lead. There's a Malik Willis. Hey, it's going to be Lance Briggs is going to be our auto with a Chris Olave Mosaic rookie. Lance Briggs for the Chicago Bears on the trade to a Bears fan. Melton's not on the Hawks anymore. Well, he was on the Hawks during this. Lance Briggs. I'm going to have to go get some more top loaders. I think I'm on my last box of standards. But yeah, so I think that's a wake up call to like remember for the Bills. Hey, it doesn't matter if it's Skylar Thompson or if it's Teddy Bridgewater. This game is not over till it's over, and then that's the same what they're seeing tonight. Like you play, no matter what your lead is, you play the game. I think they were important games for these playoff teams to see going into Sunday, not just the Bills, but all teams to see. Jamar Chase, Derek Stingley. There's a Kenny Pickett, Devontae Adams, and Trey Hendrickson. Discos. Chris, don't gauge. Just let it go. Game's over. You know my method, Chris. You can use my method. Usa for a day or two. James Cook, Isaiah Spiller, Evan Neal, and look at that, Trey Lance at a 75. I'm curious. What happened with Eckler? Like Eckler had 2 early touchdowns and then he just disappeared. He only had like 35 rushing yards in the game and 4 receiving yards. Is there a reason they weren't using him? Kyle Pitts. Lamar Jackson. There's a Tolbert, Ebiketie, Devontae Adams, and Tony Baselli Disco. Oh, yeah, Charger coaches. I said I'd be surprised if he gets to ride the plane home. They're like, here's a bus ticket, mofo. You don't get to get on the plane. I mean, he's like... It's not like the Chargers didn't have talent. They've gotten better on paper, and I just feel like he's done nothing for them as far as offense goes. That's going to be a horror. Imagine that flight. Bosa looked like he was literally going to murder somebody. McNabb, Tyron Davis-Price, Brian Cook, and Daxton Hill. It's going to be a gold disco. 6 out of 10. That's what I wanted to bring up. Sean Payton, they were talking about him at Denver. They won a first round pick for him. I heard an interview with the GM or the owner. I forget what it was. Rather, it was the GM or the owner of the Saints, and he's like, what did he say? He goes, We want him to be happy. You know, we want him to be able to go, but we also know that he's an asset. And in a world of business, which the NFL is, it's a business. He says an asset that will help us better our club in one way or the other. So we need to make sure we replenish that asset. I forget how he said it, but yeah, I could definitely see Peyton there. That would be an interesting matchup. Go ahead and get your 101 guesses in. You have to be in here to claim it. Remember, we made that rule the other day if you didn't hear. You have to stay in. So you don't have to be in the break, but you do have to be in the room when we pull the 101 if you call it. All right, good luck, everyone. We got Tyler Van Dyke. Again, some of these I'm probably going to have to look up to confirm. Oh, man, I have Google Maps up of Briggs' house. Tyler Van Dyke is Miami Hurricanes. So that's going to go out to the Vikings NIL spot. And guys, I'm not going to write on here. I'm going to jot on the back on these unless I'm certain. NIL on that. And that's numbered out of 30. We got Adonai Mitchell, which I'm assuming if they're NIL, but I don't know. Sometimes it's weird. They came in, Georgia Bulldogs, NIL. And that one's numbered out of 5. So the reason we did it with the Vikings is Vikings don't have anything in this, but they did have stuff in the other box, but no NIL. So that was the only team that didn't have anything in this. So we just comboed them. It seemed to be the best way to do it. Another one, Sam Hurd, that is another NIL. And we're going to get a lot of them. Obviously, the NIL is a big spot in this. For so long, I don't think people realized it. That's a 19 out of 20. I'm writing on every one of your damn top loaders. You can't see it. It's okay. It's on the back. Like where I write my prices on my cards. And Trayvon Walker, red, white, and blue scope for the Jags. 1 of 1. Anybody guess Walker? Walker 1 of 1. Walker. Nobody. Nobody. Who has the Jags? It's going to go out to Larry. I looked. He didn't guess this time. There you go, Larry. With the 1 of 1 for the Jags. Yeah, you'll see a lot of NIL in this. And that is the thing about it is, the NIL is a huge spot. But that Mosaic box is about, not quite, it's like time and a half of one of the boxes. So that was the big box, really. A box is like $350. All right, here we go. Ty Thompson. And again, some of these boxes are loaded with NIL. And some of them are loaded with NFL. So I apologize if it's heavy NIL. Maybe we don't do. That's an Oregon player, and that's going to be the NIL spot. Maybe what we do is we don't do it like this. This is why I like to do them as player breaks. But it is what it is. Walker Howard, 3 out of 5. Man, we've seen this before. I apologize, it's so many NIL, but there is a huge NFL checklist. Just a big checklist. Walker Howard is going to be LSU. He's in the transfer portal. That's going to be out of 5. Man, hold on, I got to see something here. Jeez, I'm sorry, guys. We got a lot of NILs. 14 out of 25. Cameron Ward. That's going to go out to Washington State Cougars. So, again, NIL. Man, hopefully the next box has all our pro players. That's the only thing I'll say about the Leaf and the Pro Set. Anthony Richardson, he's going to get that one. That's a 1 out of 3 as well. Uh-oh. He did. He's about going to take the box, which we've seen it before. I mean, that's the thing is he has no NFL teams in it. Troy Franklin, 1 out of 15. Yeah, we'll probably save these. We won't do this mix again per se. We're going to, well, he's going to really love this next card. I think this is who he was hunting. How about the Bryce Young? Bryce Young. Golly. Our 101 that came out was the NFL card. It was Trayvon Walker. All right. Oh, and we have our 101 in here. It's going to be Chris Rodriguez Jr. Mojo Silver. And that is another one, Kentucky. So here's the deal. If we get another box like that where I feel like it's heavy NIL, we're gonna give out a bunch of credits. We're gonna add a bunch of hitless credits to the thing. So we'll give everyone a chance to at least get some credit. So we'll see. But we've seen it before. We've seen it before where we get a bunch of NIL in one and then a bunch of NFL in the other. So maybe that was just one of those NIL boxes, kind of like. Sometimes we see it like where there's heavy QB boxes. Here we go. Starting out with an NFL player. Carson Strong, Philadelphia Eagles, 6 out of 15 going out to Philly. Who is this guy on the news? I hate the news. I hate local news. Hate it. I don't like national news either. We got Ty Freifogel out of 15. Again, probably going to be some NIL. I mean, unfortunately, that's the way these... Oh, this is Kansas City Chiefs. There we go. Charlie Kohler. We've opened up a bunch of boxes of these. We haven't had that many NIL players. This is going to go to the Ravens. This one's mostly NFL so far. We've only had, well, we haven't had an NIL guy. So we had Carson Strong for the Eagles, Freifogel for the Chiefs, Charlie Kohler for the Ravens. All NFL so far in this one. Javon Hiley, going to be 8 out of 20. That might be our first NIL. Oops. Watch this be an all NIL or NFL box. Cincinnati Bengals. That's going to be the Bengals. So far, all NFL players in this one. We haven't had an NIL in this one yet. And this one's not either. How about Hassan Haskins? That is butchered sleeve right there. I may take that out and fix that one up. See if I get this. Hassan Haskins for the Tennessee Titans. They butchered this. The problem is, man, these cards are, look how pretty they are. They got nice parallels. There we go. Tennessee Titans, Trevor Brown. I believe that's on a trade, right? That's much better there. All right, we got it back now. We're back to the NFL, guys. Hassan Haskins, 6 out of 10. We got, for the Atlanta Falcons, out of 20, Tyler Algier. All right, we were able to rectify. Like, this is all NFL. The other box was NIL. That's crazy. Is that I thought I saw a one-on-one plate coming. Next up, DeMarvin Leal. Going to be a 420 card. 420 card. So someone's getting $5 credit. DeMarvin Leal goes out to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Nicky Nuss. Not only did you get that nice card earlier, but you got yourself the 420 credit. We round up to 5. There we go. 420 credit. Smoke weed every day. And Jerome Ford going out to the Cleveland Browns, I believe. Let me confirm. I'm pretty sure he's still with them, because we had them the other day. Jerome Ford, Cleveland Browns. That is going to be a 7 out of 10 going to Cleveland. That is going to be Jonathan Felton. And, dude, so listen, this whole box, I know what the 101 is down here. This whole box is going to be NFL. And the last box was all NIL except for our 1 of 1, Trayvon Walker, I think. That's crazy. That's nuts. This one's Chris Olave going out to the New Orleans Saints. That's going to be Don Wiley getting the Olave. They're very good with the redemptions here. So they're not like, I mean, you send that in, you get it quick. And dude, I wanted to pull this. It's the lit card. Kenny Pickett lit. Nasi. He loves his leaf. 5 out of 25. That card's sweet. So we went from an NIL to an NFL. That's interesting. And I said, that's the thing. It doesn't seem put together very well. I wish they... You want it stickered? You got it, my man. Just sticker it up. I don't like to take them out of their top loaders here. The only reason I did that one is because that was so boogered up. There we go. And our 1 of 1 is for the LA Rams. Going to be Jason Mello. Kyron Williams with the crystal black. So all in all, not bad. It evened out there a little bit at the end. We got a lot of nice stuff though. Holy cow. We'll sticker this one up too. Just even though it's a redemption for picture's sake. I got to order more stickers. We'll just do our 2-5. I said if it was like another NIL box, I'd give extra. But you know what? We even it out there with some really nice NFL stuff. So we'll still do our hit list credit. I'll throw in 2 extra. I'll do 4 $5 hit list credits for you guys. All right, since that one box is heavy NIL, I'll do a couple extra credits there. So let's recap though, and then we'll give away those credits. Here we go. Daxton Hill out of 10. Trey Lance out of 75. Kenny Pickett. Malik Willis. Olave Mosaic. Melton Disco. Godwin Pink out of 20. Matt Corral debut. Malik Willis. Sam Howell Blue Chips. Kenneth Walker Blue out of 75. We had the Kenny Pickett debut Disco. And Desmond Ridder base Disco. We also had for the Browns, Jerome Ford going out to Cleveland. That's going to be Jonathan Felton. Go Bills. DeMarvin Leo for the Pittsburgh Steelers going out to Nicky Nuss. He also gets a $5 credit because that is a 420 card. We got Tyler Algier for the Atlanta Falcons going out to Jen Cunningham. And that's numbered out of 20. Hassan Haskins for the Tennessee Titans going out to Trevor Brown. We had the Javon Haley going out to the Bengals. Cincinnati going out to Jeff Kellington. He also hit with his Bears, too. We got the Charlie Kohler for the Ravens. Baltimore Ravens going out to Fresh. We had the Ty Freifogel for the Kansas City Chiefs. Go Bills. To Chris Taylor. And we had the Carson Strong for the Philadelphia Eagles going out to Jay Pierce. That is a pink out of 15. Troy Franklin out of 15 goes out to the NIL spot. We had the Cameron Ward out of 25. Again, bunch of NILs here. Walker Howard, Ty Thompson, Sam Heward, Adonai Mitchell, and Tyler Van Dyke. We did have for the Chicago Bears, Lance Briggs, Disco Auto going out to Jeff Kellington. To Felton. Which one was it again? I forget who it was. Oh, Ty Freifogel. And then the Anthony Richardson out of 3. But wait, there's more. We had 2 101s. Kyron Williams going out to the LA Rams. That's Jason Mello. We also had the Chris Rodriguez, which is the NIL. We had the Olave going out to the New Orleans Saints, Don Wiley. So this is the crazy thing. Even though that one box was NIL heavy, we still hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 spots. 13 spots. Bryce Young for the NIL spot. We had the Kenny Pickett for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then the Trayvon Walker 1 of 1 Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, here we go. We're going to do 4 hit list credits. All right, thank you guys for jumping in. What a wild game it was tonight. Hopefully tomorrow is just as exciting, but not in the direction that, of the upset. Although there weren't any true upsets today. That's the crazy part. We said top 2. Let's do top 4. Good luck, y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going to be the Cowboys, Texans, Giants, Chargers. Cowboys, Texans, Giants, Chargers. That is going to be, let me mark them, Riley, Hone, Schultz, and Sison. There you go. All right, guys, I got to get to bed. Last night was late enough for me. I can't be doing that again tonight. So I love y'all. Thanks for a fun break. See you soon. Deuces. Go Bills.